Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today we're taking a look at Fragrance World's French Avenue Arsh. All right, so Arsh Extrait is from the House of Fragrance World. It's from their French Avenue series. It's an Extrait de Parfum concentration, and you can pick this sucker up for about $50 at places like Fragrance Buy. Link will be down in the description if you decide you want to check this one out. Also have some coupon codes, save yourself a few bucks at a variety of different discounters if you decide you want to shop with them. So box presentation for French Avenue's Arsh is quite nice. Nice thick cardboard box, has all the necessaries on the back. It does come with this additional jacket here, but it was really tight on this. I'm not gonna fuss with that in this video, but there's the box presentation. Nice gold medallion sitting right there. And it does kind of snap open like this. This is magnetic, kind of snaps in place like that, opening up the bottom, and then opening up our box like so, revealing our fragrance bottle sitting nice and handsomely inside this box. So box presentation on this for $50 fragrance. Really quite nice. Bottle presentation on this, also quite nice. Nice kind of gentlemanly presentation, nice rectangular bottle, has a bit of a rounded corner here, nice white base. This is kind of a plastic, but it is a thick plastic, maybe an acrylic as well, so it's not feeling too cheap there. Cap on this, interesting looking cap, nice kind of almost, I don't know, jeweled textures going on the top there. Nice added little touch. Cap on this is a mix of mostly metal with some plastic in it. Name of the Fragrance House series, French Avenue on the top there. And the atomizer on this bad boy is a pressurized atomizer. And we all know we love ourselves a good pressurized atomizer. So overall, presentation on this, top notch. So if you're wondering what Fragrance World's French Avenue Arsh smells like, you've come to the right place, because I'm about to tell you. Some of the notes listed in this are grapefruit, bergamot, neroli, almond, vetiver, and some musk. So let me tell you what I get from this fragrance. In that opening, you just get blasted with those citruses. So you get a really nice, lively, energetic, fresh style of grapefruit that comes through. Has a nice kind of sparkle to it, a bit of a sharpness as well, mixing in with that tart bergamot, and a little bit of that fresh, clean neroli kind of sitting in behind, giving it kind of that barbershop-y, like summer haircut sort of vibe going on to it. Really nice citrusy opening, and just gonna make you smell fresh and clean. Just a very lively, energetic style of opening. As this opens up a little bit more, you get a little touch of that almond starts to come through, as well as a little bit of a musk. So it adds a bit of like a bitter sweetness to it, a little bit of a nutty profile coming through, mixing in with that citrus accord. So it really adds this kind of masculine, almost kind of like dapper, sophisticated gentleman sort of vibe going on to it. A little bit on the mature side, if you will. And it just, again, it smells like a fresh haircut, fresh out the barber style of fragrance. And as you get towards the dry down, a lot more of that vetiver starts to come through. So you get this nice dry grassy vetiver that comes through, adds a little bit of a warmth to it almost, but it also elevates those citrus notes. That neroli comes forward a little bit more as well, adding to that kind of clean freshness to that overall scent profile and kind of holding on to those top notes of those citruses. And you do get this kind of creamy touch that comes through, kind of that almondy, musky style of creaminess that comes through, mixes in really well with that texture from that vetiver that just kind of has that more mature vibe going on to it. And through, it's a great smelling fragrance. Very similar to the Guerlain L'Homme Plantine Privé. Similar, I wouldn't say this is a one-to-one dupe. I find the Guerlain has a little bit more of that grapefruit that comes through in the opening, and it kind of lingers a little bit longer. So there's definitely overlaps between those two fragrances, but I do think this is kind of taking it in a slightly different direction. I have seen people compare it to the Allure Homme Blanche edition. It's been a while since I smelled that fragrance, so I couldn't tell you how accurate that is, but through, it's in that neighborhood of that Guerlain fragrance. And if you're looking for kind of a nice, dapper, fresh, gentlemanly sort of smell for the summer, you might want to check this one out. So when it comes to the performance of French Avenue's Arsh Extrait, I get average performance off this. So projection for the first 90 minutes, just beyond an arm's length before it does settle back in. It doesn't settle super close to the skin, but it also doesn't push off really hard either. You get kind of a nice kind of glow, a little bit of an aura with this fragrance that does form a nice scent bubble, but this is not a room-filling fragrance. You're not going to be blasting anybody out with this one. This does sit a little bit closer to you and kind of a moderate projection at best. And in terms of longevity, I'm clocking around 5-6 hours off my skin before it really does fade into a skin scent. It does linger as a skin scent beyond that 6-hour mark, but you really got to get close to your shirt or your skin in order to smell that. So longevity on this is also average to moderate, but you get some on your clothing that does push out. I have smelt this on my t-shirt the next morning, so it does stick to clothing fairly well, but it's not going to fill up the room. Definitely not a beast mode fragrance, but for the kind of citrusy, clean style of fragrance DNA that this has, it's kind of to be expected, but overall not super impressed, but not really disappointed either. So when it comes to the where and when, I think French Avenue's Arsh would be most appropriate. I think this is a very versatile fragrance when it comes to occasions. Casual, date night, formally, I think you could pull it off across all those occasions. Has that mature, gentlemanly vibe that would fit for the formal, that nice cleanness that comes through that would work great for date nights, and it just has that kind of kicking around sort of vibe for a casual wear fragrance as well. So I think it's very versatile across occasions. When it comes to seasons, definitely a spring and especially summer style of fragrance. It has that cleanness, that citrus that just sings to that spring and that summertime. So would do great in the high heat and the humidity. Fall time, not necessarily kind of like a fall vibe going on to this one, and I think in the winter time this definitely won't push off very well. So spring and summer is where this one's going to shine, and just great versatile fragrance overall. So my overall thoughts on Fragrance World's French Avenue Arsh Extrait. I think this is a really good smelling fragrance. This is not going to be for everybody necessarily. This doesn't have that kind of youthful vibe going on to it. Much more of a kind of mature, dapper, barbershop sort of feel going on to this one. That's, if you're looking for kind of sweeter, more exciting, more kind of like livelier styles of fragrances, then this one might not fit the bill for you. But if you are looking for that kind of fresh, clean, dapper sort of vibe going on to it, I do think you're going to enjoy this one. I think it gets you fairly close to that Guerlain Plantine Privé style of DNA. Not a one-to-one. I think there are differences for sure, but like I said earlier, it's definitely going to remind you of that one. I wish the performance was a bit better on this one. I think for $50, you know, this could have kind of pushed off a little bit better. The longevity could have been a lot better, but like I said, with the kind of DNA that's working here with the citruses and those kind of notes, it's kind of average for that style of fragrance. So like I said before, not necessarily thrilled, but not necessarily disappointed, but we all like a little bit of extra performance where we can get it. So that's one critique I would say, that the performance is a little bit lacking with this one, but I do enjoy the versatility. I think this is gonna be a great summer style of fragrance, and overall for $50, I'm happy that it's in my collection, and it might be something you wanna check out. That's Fragrance World's French Avenue Arsh Extrait. And I wanna hear from you guys. What's another Fragrance World fragrance you wanna see me do a review on? Comment down below. Love hearing from you guys. Love getting your different recommendations, your hidden gems, different taste and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.